Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great week. It is Labor Day this week, and so I just wanted to record a video so that we could watch it at our own time, so that we can go enjoy what's most important is our family. And that's really why most of us are health coaches, so that we can spend more time with our families and have that ability to do the things that we want. So I just thought I'd record this. You guys can watch it when you get a free minute. But last week, we talked about red light thinking. And sometimes our mind is kind of like a monkey mind, like there's stuff going on. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy. So, we're filling our heads with those negative thoughts. Like, she doesn't have time for this. She wouldn't be interested. She doesn't have any weight to lose. He can't afford it. He doesn't really care about getting healthy. There's all those things that are just concepts in our mind. And so we talked about how to get rid of those concepts and have green light thinking. And so my challenge for you was just to be set on positive thinking for the week. Just turning any negative thought into even our extreme sarcastic positive thought, but just getting in the habit of doing that just really starts to change how your mind thinks. It stops those negative thoughts if it knows it's going to have a positive thought. So, if you're thinking for the program and you're just thinking those negative things, then turning that around to be positive. So hopefully you guys all did that and can see some positive changes in how that red light thinking is affecting your business. But today we want to talk about our story. And so that topic last week is just a great follow-up for this week, because so often we just get afraid to share our story, and we think that maybe someone doesn't want to hear it, or they don't have time for it, or whatever it is. But our story is probably the best tool that we have as a coach, and we just need to be able to share it. That's really the best tool that we can share with people. That's the best success we're going to have, is if we share our story and we're positive about it. So I want everyone to take a second, and also I have Wendy Christensen on the line with me also this week, so we're just excited to get to share this topic with you. But I want everyone to take a second and just think for a minute why you became a coach. Do you remember what made you decide, okay, I can do this, I want to be a coach? I know that people have wanted me to sign up for their thing, or lots of other things in the past, whatever it might have been, but I never was interested in that, because I never liked selling. I never wanted to feel pushy. That's not anything that ever interested me. But this was different. This is something that I felt really passionate about. It's something that worked, that I believed in, that I would feel confident to recommend to anyone and everyone, and that I knew it would work for anyone. And so that's one reason why I wanted to become a coach. At first it wasn't the money. I really probably didn't have faith in myself. I really didn't think I'd ever have a client. And so it's just kind of fun to see that grow. But for me, it was because I believed in it. I saw miracles happen in my life, and I wanted to be able to share that with other people. And so if you can think of why you became a coach, I'd like you to write that down. And so it's good to just think about that. That's probably the most important thing to share as a story, is why the program has affected you and how it's changed your life. So go ahead and write that down. And then also, I just want you to take a couple notes. The first one, I want you to write down how your life was before the program, what you struggled with, maybe other things that you've tried. Just kind of keep it simple, but just write how it was before the program. Maybe your energy was low. For me, I was falling asleep with my newborn baby every night at 7:30 and just being exhausted all day. That was one thing. It was not having time to think about myself, with having so many small children, not being able to lose the baby weight and feeling depressed. So those are a few of my reasons, or how I felt before the program. Go ahead and write down how you felt. All right. And you can do this some more later. And then also go ahead and write down how you felt or are feeling on the program, how that's changed your life. For me, within a week on the program, I was no longer falling asleep with my baby. My husband was having to make me come to bed at 1 o'clock. He still has to make me come to bed because I stay up way too late because I have so much energy. I feel great. The weight just melted off. I felt more confident. I was much happier. So write down a few things of how you feel during when you're on the program, or think back to when you're on the program, how that's changed your life. And then third, write down how it is now that you're at your goal or your hope for the future. If you're still on program, it could be because of all the things that you're learning on this program, you're confident that you'll be able to keep the weight off. Or because you're able to help so many other people get healthy, you'll never go back to your old habits. So just to end it with kind of a positive note on the future also, because a lot of people worry about gaining their weight back. That's a big thing for a lot of people, because anyone can lose weight, but most people gain it back. So just being confident about that. So those are kind of the 3 points about a story that you really want to focus on. And Wendy's going to talk a little bit about kind of what not to do when you're sharing your story. And I'll kind of add a little bit afterwards, just because I was doing a call with a new coach, brand new coach, just like a week old, and she was sharing her story, and it was an exciting story. But I think she shared it, about 10 times this week, and so I can tell that her excitement's going down, just because it's feeling repetitive. And so I'm sure Wendy's going to kind of exaggerate a little bit, but as far as she just wants you to kind of hear like what not to do with the story. Are you there, Wendy?
I am.
Right.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, that's great.
Okay, I had to do this on my phone. My computer's not working right now, so let's pray for the best. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of kind of what not to do. So I want to tell you about my story, and I hopefully it won't be too long. And okay, so I decided to jump on this program because I tried all these diets, and I know this diet works, and I had done so many other things, decided that this is what I needed to do. And so my friend said, oh, try it. And so I did, and it's been really good, and I've been able to lose lots of weight really quickly. I decided I wanted to help other people, and I wanted to share it with other people, and you can make lots of money doing it if you do it the right way. So I'm trying to learn how to do it the right way, and so that's why I'm talking to lots of people, and I really like it, and I think you should do it because I think it would be really good for you because you need to lose weight. So I think that would be an awesome thing for you to do. So why don't you try this? Can I tell you about the program?
That's awesome.
How was that for bad?
Actually, I've heard worse, but yes, a few things that I loved about your example was the tone of voice. Like, she was just very, it kind of wanted me to change the subject or run away, or, she just looked very bored and sounded very bored. And then just adding so many details. Like, I wasn't waiting, intrigued, waiting for the next part of her story. And so those are 2 huge things. Is you want to make sure you can think back to how you felt at the moment. Like, the first time you shared your story, when you were so excited, even if you share it 1,000,000 times, you got to remember that it's the first time for that person. And so to really use emotion, and that's really what's going to touch them the most, is they can feel how you care about the program and feel about the program through your voice. So definitely the voice is a huge thing. And then keep it simple, like just a few basics, like I said, like 3 examples of how you felt before the program, a quick version of why you like the program, your success on the program, how much weight you're down or having so much energy, just a couple key points about that, and then maybe 1 point about being able to keep it off, or your hope, your excitement for learning how to keep it off, 1 thing to end it, to wrap it up. So I think that is great. And just to kind of share the new coach that I heard her today, it's just kind of funny because the tone was exactly how you were saying it, Wendy. It was kind of rolling the eyes back. Like I've tried a lot of other things in the past, and nothing worked. And then my friend's aunt did the program like 20 years ago, but back then it was like all shakes and so she didn't really know much about the program, so she just kind of added a lot of extra things. And so we kind of talked about that and just kind of really concise, and it was just amazing, like just how much more confident she felt and more excited, like just to keep it simple and share it with excitement. And so sometimes you even have to go practice it in the mirror or just find excuses to share your story. Even if you have a goal of sharing your story 5 times in a day, just get used to that. But a story is something that's always in the work. It's always changing, so sometimes it's going to change, and so you're going to have to practice your new story, because your story changes as your journey continues. So just really quick, I wanted to focus on someone that doesn't have a weight loss story. A lot of people that don't have a weight loss story struggle with sharing their stories. And so actually, when I started the program, I was 4 months pregnant, and so I'd never done the program myself. And so I kind of struggled with this at first. And so my story kind of went like this at that time, and then it's changed. But for me, it was that I've always been really excited about health and fitness. I always have loved helping people get healthy, and but I never really knew what to share with them. And so until I found this program and I saw friends do the program and learn so much and get healthy and keep it off, that's when I knew that I really wanted to help other people. And this program was a great tool to be able to do that. So, I mean, just trying to weave in your excitement for being able to help people that you've always loved, health and fitness or nutrition or whatever it is, or even just helping people, and you are able to see lives change, or maybe you have a family member that did the program and you can use their story, and that has inspired you to become a coach and help other people. So definitely you don't have to have a weight loss story. For those of you that know Chantel Flake, she's a presidential director. She never had a weight loss story. She never had a client in her first 3 months even, and look at her now. So you definitely don't have to have a weight loss story. You just have to be excited about the program and share it. So Wendy, do you have anything you want to share about stories?
Yeah, I think that the more genuine you can be and the more realistic it will be for people. And I think being genuine is just really identifying the feelings like Liz talked about that you felt, and really portray those to the people that you're talking to. And then also, I took communication classes, and one thing that they always said is, as far as communication, 5% is actually the words that you use, and then there's about 20 to 25% that's important with your body language, and the rest of it is your tone of voice. Your tone of voice is huge in the way that you communicate. So just like she was saying, I totally agree with that. Make your tone energetic, excited, believable, and genuine, and I think it'll come across really well with your story.
I love those statistics. We didn't focus on body language at all, but that is great. So that's another thing, is like make the person feel like you're there. You're not looking around at other people. You're looking in their eyes. You're confident. You're happy. They want to see that radiate in you, and I think that's just as important, like you said, as your tone of voice is just your body language. And people can tell, like if you're fidgeting and you're really nervous and you're looking down at the ground versus being confident, looking in their eyes. And that's a great statistic. Only 5% matters what you say. So
yeah, and when you're on the phone, I think people can tell when you're smiling and you're talking on the phone. If I'm like, oh, and this is a great program and it's really good, and if you smile, this is an awesome program, this is such a great program, and you're gonna love it. There's a difference even smiling while you're talking. It really can. Your body language and your tone is really, really important.
Yeah, that goes along with Sarah Flake's training that she did like last week about confidence. If you're laying down in bed in your PJs doing an interested script or sharing your story, that's going to come across on the other line. And so when you're sharing your story on the phone, make sure you're standing up, maybe even go stand in front of a mirror so that you can see your facial expressions, because they can hear that also. So we just want to leave you with a challenge. to revamp your story or just go over it, write it down on paper, and then go and practice it in a mirror, and then go practice it with a family member. And then since it's Labor Day, go out and share it with a new person. And remember, that's your greatest tool that you have as a health coach. And so, if we can just get the best out of our story and just love to be able to share it, we'll never feel like we're selling anything. We're just sharing an exciting thing that we have. Have a great week. We will see you next week, and have a great Labor Day. Bye, everyone.
See ya.